Hello and welcome back to the Locoboys here in Train Fever World, where, as you can see, quite some time has passed. Now, last time we left off, I said that I would wait till all the trains were replaced and we had some money. Well, there have been a few developments ever since then. So I'll quickly give you a quick recap of what has transpired in the past years. Now, I haven't built anything in terms of tracks or stations or whatever. I have no new routes. All I've been doing is playing around with the trains and stuff. Because if you take a look at the finances, I think you can still see it over here. Yeah, well, the 2 years before over here, our train running costs had been like 18, 19, 21, 22 millions. Yeah, I kid you not. It was going up rather quickly, all because we were replacing old trains with newer, far more expensive ones. However, the profit, as you can see, wasn't really going up much more. In fact, it was almost staying roughly the same, and well, that led me to a sort of conclusion that maybe going all the ultra best trains for all our routes wasn't really the best way to go. Now, as it happened, during the upgrading phase, we got access to a new train, the Class 75.4 Baden V1C. I guess that's 6 C. So, built by the Maschinenbaugesellschaft Karlsruhe for service in southwestern Germany, this locomotive was equipped with a superheater, new running gear with larger wheels and a stronger fixed wheelbase. What's interesting about this one is that A, it doesn't cost a freaking 1.1 million as the A35 does. And it only goes 10 kilometers slower, has a little bit less tractive effort, and costs a lot less to run per year. So what I did was, if we go to our train lines, you can see that the ones with the passengers I've pretty much left in the ultra fast trains because they will be making us a lot of money, except for the Newton Relay line, which I don't know really, that's a thing of its own. I don't think we'll ever make a profit on that, especially not if we have to compensate for all the years that it has been running at a loss for right now. But I have been replacing, the good lines that are just separate entities, like they're not part of our big network, and we have quite a few of those, like over here, this line for example, or this one for example. I've been replacing those trains, as you can see, and they make a lot less loss right now. They're still running a loss, but it's a lot less than what it used to be. So all in all, this is for the better. It's just that, I have been thinking that because, right now we have 3 trains available, and I've been thinking that we might even want to use this one, but we will soon not be able to build this one, so I kind of didn't take the gamble. But I really think that those cheaper locomotives, they're only 10 kilometers slower, but they cost so much less to run. I think that they are really the best choice. Now, what I've also done is I've gone ahead and, where is it? The Sandy Southwell line now has 2 engines, because really, 2 trains, because one train just wasn't enough. Oh, game. But one train wasn't enough over here, so there's 2 trains now. For the rest though, I don't think another thing that I did was I lengthened up these trains here. It's not really that they will always both be full, but really, there's just so many passengers. Look, there's 45 and he just departed. And I think, see over here, we won't be running a full load, but still. It's kind of, necessary. So, then there has been one more final development. And that is over here in the tram department. If we go and take a look at any line, you can see this fancy yellow new thing, and that is a new tram. Now, I've set up all the lines over here not to be replaced at 25%, but at 100%, because what I've been thinking is that basically, these trams, they lose value quite quickly when they're like 1 or 2 years old, Same as with a car. The moment you drive it out of the dealer showroom, it's already worth like 3/4 of what it was, just because it's second hand. And the same applies over here. So instead, we are going to run these trains till they're like a 100% of age, at which they'll they will be more expensive to run. I believe that at when they reach their lifespan, I think they'll cost 50% more to run, which I think is a good point to start replacing them with the newer tram engines. I mean, the lines, they do fine. If you take a look, see, we're all making huge amounts of profit on it, so it's not like we really need them to be replaced, but it's, it's nice to... Well, once they do become more expensive, to upgrade them. So that's a new replacement policy, but I did want to show it. And let's also check this new tram, shall we? Come on, let's go back to the line. Look, this is it. It's the Type T1. From this Type T1, built by Gotthard Wagenbau Botman, an example is still running as a museum train. Really? Alright, so yeah, real stuff from real history. Now, as I said, we would be back when we have some money, and we have. But we are going to do one thing first, which is totally not related to Mablethorpe and Sutton, which we've been focusing the last video. No. There is a severe issue over here. It's not present right now, but sometimes when trains are waiting for a load over here, they will block the whole system. We cannot have that. What we need is a bypass rack, and we are going to build one right now. Right, and there we are. Now, I hope that if we go to the railroad lines... Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Everything has been adjusted. Very, very, very nice. So, this means that all the trains that will have to... Well, pass by over here, they can now do so without any interference, because what was happening at first was that the relay line had to pass through the station. A train would wait over, or was loading over there, so it was waiting. The relay train would then wait on the supply tracks to the station, blocking up like 2 or 3 or 4 trains afterwards. Now they can always pass. They will never need to wait. Nice! This is a good improvement. However, that's not really all that we're going to need, because back over here, remember Mablethorpe and Sutton? Yeah, we still need to set this one up, and well, I have decided we will do the passengers first, we will then set up the goods, and finally, last, we will set up the tram line. Now, let's open up the contour lines over here. So my guess is that it's best if we well, oh man, that's this might be challenging. My guess is that it would be best if we somehow were able to We just need to make like a tight curve over here and traverse this, well, slight hill that we got over here. So we're gonna have a slow section, and afterwards we will make up with good speed following the road, basically. Right, I guess it's time to build this setup then. Oh man, it's gonna be costly. Now we could go like this, and just, yeah, I guess the shorter the slow section will be, the better it's going to be for us. So, oh man, this is really, really, really slow. I guess we shouldn't build it to the maximum curve, just so that we're able to get some switches in. But other than that, yeah, like this. And then I guess we should even try and see that we don't. We're gonna have to cross it over here, right at that sharp ridge. Is it? We can get tunnels over here. I find that very interesting. I mean, I guess from halfway through this field, that would be our very first tunnel, I believe. All of a sudden, I'm very much liking the idea. Alrighty, there we are. We now have ourselves the sandy Mablethorpe train line. However, of course, this won't be making us that much profit at the start because, well, it's safe to say that the station of Mablethorpe is a little bit far out of reach. A little bit. But we are going to change that because all of a sudden, we went from having 65k to 2.44 million. I mean, that's the way things go, We sometimes... Whoa. It just expanded. Oh, of course, that's our construction. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get crazy amounts of income and then, moments later, they're gone. I'm pretty sure that the moment November 1 hits, we'll be deep in the red. But for now, what we're going to do is we are going to get ourselves some train lines with those fancy new trains. Now, let me just... Whoa. That's the wrong stuff. We need to take a look at the land use over here of Mablethorpe and at the road layout. And what I can see is that, well, aside from this station, we're gonna have like, I think the best solution here would be to go one big line like that. I think that's the best solution. So to do that, what we're gonna do first here is upgrade the roads to, well, 60 kilometers an hour, because that's how fast our trams go these days. Let's see. Then we should be able to... Oh, alright, so we cannot upgrade it over there. Fine, we'll use the lower speed. Oh. I guess this is already... Okay. Interesting, so we'll just have a small section over there that is just slower. Also, I don't like that, so... There, we'll have another slower section over there. Not enough space, it says. Alright, fine. So, another slower section. Same with the space again. I mean... Right. Now what we could do, I guess, is this. But I don't know if that will make it any better. For now, I think this will be the train line. Or the tram line. And that should make it go... Well, decently fast, at least enough to have some nice speed on our tram lines. Now, let's see. I want it all the way over here. I mean, usually I make the stations first, but well, you know, we what? How come we? What? So we're gonna have to downgrade this then, or something? Is that the way of it? Still, terrain alignment thingy. Well, fine then. I mean, if that's what it is. And I think that right now, because I removed that road, yeah, look at that, see? All of a sudden, we can just upgrade everything. Nice. It was just that one house, you know? Sometimes people just need to move for progress, I guess. Yeah. Poor sods. It's a shame they chose to live in that spot, you know. Ah well. Now, having done this, we need some... well, we need a tram depot, and that's for sure. We'll put that over here, just so that we have it. And then it is time that we get some stops. The simple stops, you know, these ones. Now, I have learned one thing from my testing game about setting up stops, so I'm going to use that. We're gonna have a station over here. We are gonna have one over here, one over here, one over there. We can't have one over there, so this will be the one closest to that point. We'll have another one over here. They need to slow down here anyway, so we might as well. And then we'll have another one over here, one over there, and then perhaps one more over here. Well, that one isn't really that needed, but we'll... No, I don't want that. Right, it auto groups these things. Can I ungroup these? No. Alright. So I don't want those to be grouped, so that's why I'm removing it. I guess we would have to place one over there. That would make it separate. Right. Now you can see that I've only placed those, you know, those stations, those line stops on one side of the road, because we know we cannot use them on multiple sides of the road, so we might as well, you know, just place them on one side, since we're only using one side anyway. We are going to call this Mablethorpe 1, Mablethorpe Sutton 1. There, and we will add the stations as this. Now, doing it like this pretty much ensures that we won't get any funky routing that we had to deal with, you know, in the past. Instead, it will... funky routing, huh? Well, there's definitely... Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what is the issue. I might have slightly placed them on the wrong side here. Right. Let's derp. I mean, really? Oh man, you thought I'd know this by now. Right. We will start from over there, go there, then go there, then go there, there. Yeah, look, see, this is the way things should be. Right now it is doing exactly what it should do. And then... yeah. Right, okay, so this is the way it should be set up. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking hot and sexy. So now it is time that we set up some trams for this new line. And I'm very curious to see what the times are going to be. Now, wow, this is expensive. I don't think we'll need that many, but, well, as you can see, you know, the longer lines have like 6 trams operating it, and I think we should go for at least 5. See what it does. I mean, we can spend the money for it. Right, okay. Mablethorpe and Sutton 1. Tell me, oh, yeah, of course, now they're all stacked on top of each other. So, tell me, Mablethorpe and Sutton 1. Whoa, 35 seconds? This is going to be crazy. I can't wait to see those. Oh, look at that. Now, they look fancy, if you ask me. Look at that, man. Wow. Well, they are not that expensive to run either. Oh, and look at this. We will now start seeing guests, oh man, passengers over here instantly. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Now, of course, I mean, it's nice, you know, that we got this going, but we also need to see to it that we get goods towards Mablethorpe. Now, I am still kind of wondering about, you know, our passengers and this bypass. I guess we're fine. It's just that, you know, the relay goods, I mean, there's a lot of goods, you know, that need to be hauled over here. And as you can see, we're only moving 36 out of 67 to and fro. We might want to lengthen up this train, actually, coming to think of it. I mean, now that, you know, the trains that do not, well, the trains that do not use this station can just bypass it, we might as well. Yeah, this is the Leominster goods. Really goods is 30 and you can carry 24 right now, huh? Maybe... yeah, look, see? Alright, never mind. It's going up right now. Still. Should... I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm seriously considering adding an extra train to this. It might not really be needed, but... we'll have to keep an eye on how this goes. But look at this, look at this. The Newton relay line is now using the bypass. Nice. Also, that makes me wonder, is it now faster? No, it's still 9 minutes. And it still is making a loss. Though, the one, you know, the train lines that we have... wait, what? The crocodile? What's that? I mean, that looks interesting. It almost seems as if that is a electric train, is it now? Yeah, the CE68 Crocodile. Swiss electric locomotive, known as the Crocodile because of the long flat snouts and the green color, mainly for heavy freight trains or sinuous routes, e.g. the Gotthard line. Nice! So we have a new freight train. I guess that this is the replacement for this one. Now, Oh man, look at the pulling power. And look at the... Oh no, speed isn't that great. However, this one is cheaper. I mean, this one will probably disappear pretty quickly. And then I guess, well, seeing how this is the cheapest train to operate, I guess, and it's faster, I guess we should use this one. I mean, it's nice that we got this, but really, you know, we don't need to use that. It's quite expensive. And it also will save us from having to upgrade our tracks to the electric ones. Right, okay, good to know. Now, I do expect that we will make quite a bit of profit on this tram line. So, oh my good lord. That is just crazy. Wow, 51! But look at them race through here. Look at the speed going up. Now, I know they have to slow down here and all that, but their speed is, you know, quite high. Even though over here... Wow. Ouch. Don't drink your coffee in this one. Still, I mean, it's already filled up with passengers too. Oh my good lord. Do we even have enough capacity then? Because, in all honesty... I mean, they're all filled up. Nah, it's emptying and yeah, they do have their own destinations still. Oh, wow. That is unexpected that it would take, you know, this many passengers. I mean, look at that, that's 51. I mean, look at them all standing here. And it's a very, very unnatural grid layout. I guess it's just filled up to the max, really. It's just, that's it. You know, they can't move anywhere else. Yeah, I think 51 really is the limit. It wouldn't surprise me if it is. Now you have exactly capacity for one. Quite funny, I find that. Oh, now of course they've unloaded as well over here. In any case, we now have quite a bit of track line over here. So the plan for the cargo, is rather simply, we are just going to use this mine over here. We're gonna have it branching off, and then we'll probably have it hook up through some junctions right before this tunnel. So it's gonna be quite some, you know, complicated track works over here. Speed on it won't be that great, but basically we're gonna have a rather sharp curve like this, hooking up like that. Yeah, that's gonna be rather sharp indeed. It should be doable though. I still wonder about about this, man. I mean, is this gonna be permanent, that the station's gonna be like this? Our trams do have... Yeah, look and see, that one's pretty much almost empty. Same for this one, of course, because it's just running at the back of everything. I mean, look at that, see? That will make a big difference. Yeah, most definitely, look at that. Right, okay, now I am convinced that we... Ooh! Huh? Look at you! Oh. Oh! Alright, and where is our... here's our train. It's probably... Yeah, it's totally not making any money at all, because... well, I guess, you know, the line still needs to get into use a little bit, I guess. I mean, Mablethorpe and Sutton... I don't know if it's really that interesting for passengers even. It's not like there's much to do here. I don't know really. How much cargo does it need? 40. Alright. So that's the next thing. Now, when it... I mean, so we need the junction. We also needed to, you know, the tracks to kind of go over here and then join up by junction 2, and then we're gonna have shared track use. Now, I see Mablethorpe and Sutton all of a sudden expanding their roads all over here, so I guess that this is the thing that we would need to do first. Well, and I'm looking at our money. I see that we're making good amounts of money now. Things have changed, you know. Not using all the most expensive locomotives definitely has helped out some. So what we're gonna do is we are going to build at least the tracks, and then we're gonna set up a goods train, and we'll probably want to increase the length of the train that we have running over here too. By the way, just look at this train, man. Look at how, well, block-shaped it is. It's almost like a square, you know? I quite like it, though, with its matte black painting. Probably tar, but still, you know, I quite like it. It looks like a proper train. The polluting types. Right, okay, so, let's do some more track building, shall we? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what we have over here right now is the goods line set up, and, well, quite a few sections for this good line are not really that fast. On the one plus side though, it can race through this tunnel quite quickly, and you know, this whole stretch is really built for high speed, but then we get up over here, and well, it's not even from this, but you know, like when you stand in like this view, you know, where you have flat land, all of a sudden you see this train line curving up into the mountains, and you're like, I wonder what's gonna happen over there. Well, we know what's gonna happen over there. This is where the goods will be delivered. Right now, it is completely empty, but I am pretty sure that Mablethorpe and Sutton will quickly fill this up with industries. So hopefully, this town will now develop like crazy. Whoa, what's this? Oh, these are extended pixels. Yeah, pixel blur here. Supposed to be cliffs. I don't know really. That could have been done a little bit better, but I guess that's quite hard to make proper in games. Now we've gone with 4 wagons over here on this train. I don't know if that will be enough, but we'll have to see. I also don't know whether or not we are going to have to up the capacity. Yeah, most definitely on you. But also over here, whether or not we're going to have to up the capacity on the train line over here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to. In fact, yeah, that isn't even a question. I mean, Mablethorpe and Sutton needs like 40 goods. Sandy, and that actually needs 49. All right. So that means like we need to double it. That is gonna mean that this train over here, which I'm not really sure, is it making a profit? If it is, yeah, slightly, will make a whole lot more profit all of a sudden. So that is looking rather sexy, if you ask me. Now, I do wonder, like, for example, do we have any excessive amounts of passengers anywhere? We have Relay Southwell. And as it happens, we just got a train coming in over here. Which is gonna take like pretty much all the passengers. So there's no lack of capacity over there. Relay Stockton. Yeah, we got a train coming in right here right now. So in terms of capacity, that's looking rather good. Then over here, yeah. Well, we have expanded those trains, so we should not really have... It seems to me, that we have a... Whoa, Relay. I mean... At some point, I was wanting to hook this all up together, you know. It seems that I might want to do that right now, for when it's not... Well, for when it's not gonna be possible. It turns out that right now it isn't even possible to do this due to a certain lack of funds. Now, yeah, right. Let's quickly hook this up, right? Because I can see it happening that we won't be able to do this in the foreseeable future. So, let's see. What we need is just... we're gonna need like another set of junctions, basically. So let me see. We're gonna need the train line to go over there, and then go all the way over there, and then hook up like that, and then we're gonna need to remove some signals there. And then hook that up. I mean, I know that it isn't really high speed, but that isn't really that important. I mean, this is after all a station entrance that the trains are approaching, so there's no real need for everything to be ultra high speed, so long as they can enter. Right, and then there, I guess that's what we need, including of course all the signals, which I just handily removed. Oh, and of course the 2 junctions over here. Wow, look at that, really short one, which could be really high speed. It's nice to have that, but it's not really required, as the trains won't be entering on high speed. So it kind of looks nice, like as if the tracks were extended over here. And I also quite like it that, you know, the speed at which the trains can take this junction is also improved dramatically because of it. Makes it seem as if there is some real, you know, some solid calculations behind it all. It might be just for the show, you know, I don't know well, how far these calculations are even remotely realistic, but they sure make it come across as if those are some realistic speeds to pass through here. I mean, we don't need this right now, but this is all in case we decide to later on, you know, make train lines connect with each other. then we can at least have things hook up. So there. And also this one train track that I built here so long ago just to prevent the city from expanding right in here. Man, that is worth its weight in gold, because if we had to remove all the train tracks, yeah, that would have been a pretty expensive endeavor, I can reckon. Now, we have hooked up Mablethorpe and Sutton, and well, I'm pretty sure that we will be making quite some profit of it, but how much, and if we're doing it already, and what we're gonna do next, those are all things that we are gonna have to wait for next time when we play more Train Fever.